Hey guys, today I wanted to make a video on an ideal relationship. So we grew up, facing at least one traumatic relationship, or never being in a relationship, or watching our parents fight, or our friends, get into relationships and have really bad experiences, or we have gone through at least one problematic relationship in our lives. We've either witnessed it, or we've been a part of it, or we had no control over it. Like, for example, a dysfunctional family. So when I say an ideal relationship, so many of you, they come and tell me a perfect relationship is not possible. There will be fights and disagreements in the relationship. There will be times when you want to kill each other, or when you want to really tell nasty things about each other. No, that's not how a relationship works. That's how the world wants you to believe that the relationship works, so that you will be okay, suffering in silence. So, one thing that usually happens when you do not know how to identify a healthy, loving relationship, you don't know what is toxic and what's not. So, for example, you are in an emotionally abusive relationship. The person, manipulates your mind and does mind games to instigate you. But according to you, or through media, or through your friends, only physical violence is abusive. So you're like, okay, but he didn't hit me. He just told me really harshly, and he, gave me the silent treatment, or he used bad words to, disgrace, put me down. But he never hit me. So in your head, this is not a toxic relationship at all, though it is toxic. So what do? You suffer in silence. You are accepting to this fact, because sometimes when you go and tell this to your friends or family, even to your mother, sometimes they'll say, yeah, that's how it is, because they have never been in a healthy relationship. So you're either getting advice from people who don't know what a healthy relationship is, or you haven't seen how a person can treat you or should treat you, and you're letting this happen because you are told this is bad, but you're left so many things in this spectrum. Okay, so it's like what to say, only if you know this entire spectrum will you know, okay, this behavior is also bad, this behavior is also bad, and I'm not supposed to date such people, or how to identify these characters and all that. So the spectrum is not taught to people. Just like sex education, people should be taught how to treat each other, how to treat human beings, how to behave in this world. So when this spectrum is not taught, people get into different sorts of abuses. And even the major thing I've faced is men aren't treated properly or well, because women aren't taught this spectrum at all. And even men aren't taught. Women aren't taught the spectrum on how to be treated and how to treat a man. So most of the women, what they do is they grow up clingy, or they grow up like really jealousy and nasty to the man, and the man just doesn't understand. He's like, is this how all relationship is supposed to be? Because this person can be a really good-hearted man. He's trying to provide for her. He's trying to help her out and everything, and she's just finding faults. So it could either be that that's how she grew up. That's how she saw her mother always find faults with her father, or she saw people in movies or in relationships where the girl is never happy. She's always expecting the man to do something to make her happy. So this is again the spectrum that is not being taught to men. So men think, okay, this is how women are usually, just complaining and nagging and whatever I do. That's why you have all these weird jokes where the man is like, oh my god, I'm afraid of my wife. Why did that joke even come up? When men and women are to be best friends and to be married for life and share everything in life, why did this private jokes of man and women come up, where the man is scared of his wife, or the wife is like, oh, my husband, he's always like that? Why? Because you're not taught the spectrum of how to treat each other. You think being married to each other, it's a different institution or an entity altogether. So you share your secrets of your marriage or problems of your marriage with other people. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be together. So you're sharing your life. I know you guys can be independent and all that, but sharing your life together is a very different scenario. So I will be talking about the different aspects of the spectrum, and what an ideal relationship can look like. So when I describe this relationship, after the next video that I make, if you are planning to date or thinking of dating someone, go through this. Go through this before you get into the relationship of your life. Don't just, jump into anything and be okay with that. Happy day.